Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q3 and 9M FY24 earnings conference call of Pricol Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phones. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anuj Sonpal from Valmora Advisors. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. My name is Anuj Sonpal from Valorem Advisors. We represent the investor relations of Pricol Limited. On behalf of the company, I'd like to thank you all for participating in the company's earnings call for the third quarter and 9 months ended of financial year 2024. Before we begin, let me mention a short cautionary statement. Some of the statements made in today's earnings call may be forward-looking in nature. Such forward-looking statements are subject to risks and uncertainties which could cause actual results to differ from those anticipated. Such statements are based on management's beliefs as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to management. Audiences are cautioned not to place any undue reliance on these forward-looking statements in making any investment decisions. The purpose of today's earnings call is purely to educate and bring awareness about the company's fundamental business and financial quarter under review. Let me now introduce you to the management participating with us in today's earnings call and hand it over to them for opening remarks. We have with us Mr. P.M. Ganesh, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director, Mr. Siddharth Manoharan, Director of Strategy, Mr. Priyadarshi Bastia, Chief Financial Officer, and Ms. Madhura Mohan, Management Executive. Without any further delay, I request Mr. P.M. Ganesh to start with his opening remarks. Thank you and over to you, sir.
FY24. We won the Best Award from Daimler Trucks during Q3 for the technology and innovation. We made a state-of-the-art driver information system for Daimler Trucks. Slide number 2, what you see is the best quality performance with one of our big OEMs, JCB. And on the third slide, you see an award from Tata Motors, the EWM Cup Assessment from Tata Motors. Also, a few select launches which we thought that we should highlight. You would have seen a couple of weeks back, Hero MotoCorp launching a series of their motorcycles. And we are very proud partners with Hero to be a part of the driver information system launched in these key models. The left-hand side top, what you see is an extreme 125cc motorcycle launched with our driver information system. And the top middle, whatever you see is for the new model Maverick. I'm sure that you would have read in the papers. The launch has happened a couple of weeks back for their 440cc motorcycle. We have made a driver information system. And also the newly launched Tata Motors EV Punch. We have made again a state-of-the-art driver information system for Tata Motors, both for the EV vehicle and also for the IC engines. Switch Mobility, we have done again a state-of-the-art driver information system. Switch Mobility, you know that the EV division of Ashok Leyland. And the Innovation Award, whatever I showed to you, is the right one. At the bottom you see the driver information system, whatever we designed for it. Coming to financials, highlights are like for Q3 of FY24 ended up, our EBITDA margins stood at 12.51% from revenue from operations at 5,571.91 million. For the 9 months of FY24, our EBITDA margin was at 12.55% and the total revenue was at 16,419.57 million. On the growth, on the revenue from operations, we have grown by 21.61% on a Q3 to Q3 comparison, and our EBITDA has grown by 34.49% during the same period. And for the 9-month period, we have grown by 17.86% revenue from operations And on a 9-month period at the EBITDA level, we have grown by 18.79%. Thank you. That finishes my presentation. Over to you for the question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, and you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Our first question is from the line of Bhalchandra Vishwanath Shinde from Kotak Life. Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, regarding the product launches wise, are we working on e-cockpit with any customer, and what are the stages of development right now, and can we expect any positive news on that front?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the question. Yes, we are working on the e-cockpit with one of our major customers. The SOP is likely to start by FY2026. Being under NDA, I am not able to reveal the name of the OEM. Yes, you're right, we are working on the e-cockpit solution.
But by when we can expect some news on that?
See, the launch of the product is expected, as I told you, during FY2026. During the time when you have the product getting launched, then we will tell you during that time that this is the product, that which model that we have launched for that customer.
Got it.
It is already under development.
Okay. And on the TFT clusters wise, on the clusters wise, if you can give me mix wise, how will be our mix right now? How much will be normal analog and then digital and TFT cluster mix? And even on the two-wheeler, four-wheeler and commercial vehicle mix.
See, whatever we have launched for DACVS is LCD digital cluster. It has got both analog and digital. And whatever we have been launching for two-wheeler and some of the commercial vehicles have got a mix of both all the LCD type instrument clusters and also TFT. As explained during some of our previous calls, the tendency of the market is to move from LCD to TFT. That's what we see that it is happening. But it takes some time for the complete conversion to happen. If you remember, like 5 years back, most of the instrument clusters, whatever we were supplying, were mechanical in nature. And then after the BS6 got implemented in 2020, the migration started from the mechanical to digital electronic clusters. And now it is moving into the high-end digital electronics, that is moving from LCD to TFT.
And how will be the mix of two-wheeler, four-wheeler wise?
Mix in the sense our revenue to the
revenue mix, especially in clusters.
Cluster revenue, actually, if you go through the ACMA production, 2/3 of the vehicle production comes from the two-wheeler segment, as you're aware. Similarly, since we are balanced out and present in all segments of the market, is something very important because we have mitigated the risk by being present in all segments of the market. You know that in Q3 the tractor segments were down. That is why some of the tier ones have a setback in terms of their revenue, primarily because if you are too much tractor dependent, there was a degrowth in tractor. That way we have de-risked our segments quite very well. So if you see that 2/3 of the vehicle production in India comes from two-wheeler, our revenue in driver information system is also 2/3 of the total revenue comes from the two-wheeler segment. Okay. Commercial vehicle contributes to about 15% of our total revenue. And similar, if you match it with the ACMA, you will find that 15% of the vehicle production comes from the commercial vehicle of the total production made. And about like 7 to 8% comes from personal passenger vehicles. This is an area that we are aspiring to penetrate more as we are going on, which I explained to you also in the previous earnings call. And the remaining are the tractors and off-road vehicles. That is how we are poised.
Got it. And last question on the margins wise, we have given a...
Please join the queue. I think there are a number of callers who are waiting. Can I please request you to please join the queue, please?
Sure. Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please limit your question to one per participant. Should have a follow-up question, we request you to rejoin the queue. Our next question is from the line of Monica Arora from Saigent Advisor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I had some certain bookkeeping questions, like what is the bifurcation of cluster and non-cluster business? And also I wanted to understand the segmental bifurcation.
Monica, to give you a rough estimate on the bifurcation, the cluster business contributes to about 70% of the total revenue, and the 30% comes from the non-cluster, non-instrument business. Okay, on the segment-wise, I think I just explained to the previous caller about the segmentation, like 2/3 of our revenue coming from the two-wheeler and 15% coming from the commercial vehicle, and 5 to 7% comes from the personal passenger vehicle, and the remaining coming from tractor and off-highway segments.
Okay, and so what is the bifurcation between exports and domestic?
Currently, we stand at 10% of the total revenue coming from export, primarily because there has been some slowdown both at the US and Europe markets, and we hope recovery to happen from next year onwards. But regarding the project launches for export, we are on track.
Okay. And sir, would you be able to share the EBITDA margin for cluster business?
Monica, can I please request to please join the queue because there are a number of participants. If you don't mind, can you please join the queue? Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please limit your question to one per participant. Should have a follow-up question, we request you to rejoin the queue. Our next question is from the line of Harni from Sundaram Alternates. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. So I just had one clarification on whether are there any hindrances because of the Red Sea crisis on your imports, because I had a sense that your purchases are majorly import based. So do you have any hindrances because of the ongoing crisis?
No, I'm sorry. I think we lost you in between. You are not very audible. Can you be a little slow in your question?
Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, so I just wanted to check if there are any impacts because of the Red Sea crisis on your imports and your raw materials. Do you have any issues over there?
No. Actually, what happens is because of the Red Sea issue, the logistics time has gone up by a couple of weeks. Because it has to be rerouted. So what we are doing is we have started that rerouting and now it has come into normalcy. So we are not facing any issues currently because of the Red Sea.
Okay. Understood. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next question is from the line of Karan Gupta from 1 Million Capital. Please go ahead.
Am I audible? Hello?
Your voice is not audible.
Hello? Is it better now?
Please go ahead, Karan.
Yeah. So, my question is related to, as you said, we are moving from, mechanical instrument cluster from digital, then TFT and high-end digital. instrument cluster. So as the electronics part is going up in our instrument cluster, so as we are expecting this kind of thing, but margin will be impacted because the more electronics thing will be coming to our products. So our edge of manufacturing thing will be just to make the, plastic models or the, packaging materials of that instrument cluster. So we are seeing anything, expecting anything, the margin will be impacted in this thing?
No, the margins will not be impacted. Rather, the margins will go up. If you see that more and more electronic clusters that we have been since 2020, our margins have been going up. Primarily, it is not just assembly alone. We do an end-to-end solution for the customer, starting from the design, development, manufacturing engineering, doing our own tools, and thereupon giving a complete end-to-end solution to the customer. So the margins are just not depend on only the manufacturing or putting the plastics together and selling to the customer. It is the end-to-end solution that whatever we could give it to the customer is what he looks like, and then thereupon the margin gets improved.
Okay. So in this case, use cases will also be increased. So I think margin will not that impacted. So electronics part will increase, software things also will increase. So in this case, margin will not be impacted, right?
Yeah, in fact, I can explain to you a little differently like this. See, we are moving from a product-based company to a solution-based company. Okay? Mm-hmm. This is what we have explained in the few earnings call also. If you are only doing a product using electronics, then your margins will not be very high. Okay? But if you give a solution, moving into like a technology product, giving solution to the customer, your margins are not under threat.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
That's in my rating, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Chirag Jain from MK Global Finance Services. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, sir, and congrats on very strong performance. So just a couple of questions. One, in terms of if you can share the thought process of getting into, let's say, disc brakes and disc brakes and DMS, and any customer wins on these two product lines, and probably from when we can see revenues flowing in. And second, also in terms of our revenue guidance and margin guidance by 26, is there any revisit in terms of those numbers?
Mr. Jain, if I have understood your question, you asked about battery management system, correct?
Yes, and also disc brakes. Broadly, what is the thought process of getting into that category? And also in terms of any customer wins, order wins, and when we do see commercial production and probably revenues getting reflected.
Okay. Very good. Jain, I will answer like this. Disc brake and battery management system, we are doing something as a modularity, making like a common product across various two-wheeler customers. You know that the two-wheeler market is getting very fragmented. So you know that we have started with like off-the-shelf driver information system, whereby you are able to offer as a off-the-shelf product, having a very, very shorter lead time in terms of design and development, and straight away it is like the customers can fit and use the product. That's what we have done it during the last 1 year for various new age EV customers. Disc brake and battery management system is something which is under development. In the next 12 to 18 months, we would be launching those products for a number of EV customers across the various two-wheeler, which will not only include what we call new age EV, which is going to be the primary focus, and also to our traditional OEMs. And this is built on the concept of modularity, by which every time the customer need not keep designing the product right from the start. With very small minor modifications, we would be in a position to offer to various customers. I hope, Mr. Jain, I have explained your question.
Yeah, and any sense in terms of when it will start getting reflected on revenues? Can we see in FY25 or it could be FY26 onwards?
Majority of the revenue, in fact, if you ask me for a full year revenue, will start from FY26. But Q4 of FY25 would be like starting of these businesses.
Okay, noted, sir. And any thoughts on the revenue and margin guidance that we had shared for 3 years by FY26?
It would be a little difficult for me to explain about how the revenue and margin is going to be, because this is a new product. It has been coming out very well, very much liked by our various customers. I'm sure that it will have a very, very high potential to grow, because more and more EV coming. You would have seen Finance Minister also has said in the budget yesterday that high focus is going to be given on the EV market. We expect a very, very good revenue to happen from next year on these two products, which are primarily made for EV customers.
Okay, apologies. I was asking more from a company standpoint overall. I think we had given a guidance of closer to 4,000 crores, 34 to 3,600 crores in terms of organic guidance, and roughly about 13.5 to 14% margin. So would that guidance broadly remains?
Yeah, our books have been in the direction of whatever our managing director has been giving us a vision. But you have to understand that it depends upon the customer launches. Our order books have been very, very strong, and we have been doing with a number of projects in our basket of products, whatever I've been explaining to you, including our existing business and the new products, whatever we are launching, like battery management system and disc brake and electrical oil pump and many more telematics solutions and many more. So our order books are quite strong. It depends upon the customer launches and how the market is going to be. If you recall, during this year, which is going to end up, EV vehicles had a lot of struggle in the market, primarily because of certain policies which govern the market, and it went a little slow. Those type of things are bound to happen. Otherwise, I think regarding the projects and the products, whatever we are offering to the customer, I think we are right on track. Mr. Jain, can we just move to the next caller, Jain? And if you have any further questions, you can just come in the queue. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from Vipul Kumar Shah from Sumangal Investments. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. My question is regarding some time back we had tied up with Cibros for this cloud-based driver information system and end-to-end solutions. So what is the progress there?
Cibros solution is something that we have integrated with our telematics, which is a part of the connected vehicle solution. Currently, it is on the POC, we call proof of concept, with various OEMs, like the battery management system and the other products, whatever I just explained. So this is currently under testing with various OEMs, which will see some kind of startup production happening by Q4 of FY25, and thereupon more revenues coming during FY26. So we have already done the internal POCs with the Cibros integrated solution. It has come out quite well, and the customers are quite confident about this integration, and now currently it is under POC with various customers.
So this will help us in increasing our content per vehicle, or it will broaden our offerings. So how it will help us?
It will definitely do both. One is the content of the vehicle will increase, because telematics as a product strategy is going to have a very deep penetration into the new era vehicle. You know that most of the EVs have got telematics inbuilt, because you need to track many of the vehicle parameters, including the battery performance. And we are also developing battery telematics as well for a few of our customers. So telematics is going to be a large play as we are going to go. So primarily that is where the market wants. So it is going to have value addition in terms of our product portfolio, And also with Fibros integration, more and more we are going to have the connected vehicle solution offered to various customers.
And last question, sir, this is exclusive. No, this is related to this question only, so only one line question if you allow.
Yes, Mr. Bipul, please go ahead.
Yeah, so this Fibros tie-up is exclusive to us only, or they can tie up with other manufacturers also?
Yeah, I will put it like this. I will not use the word exclusive for us, but the solution, whatever we are offering along with the driver information system, see, that's why I said this cannot be like isolated and seen only like a Fibros solution, exclusive or telematics. It is a complete bucket of solution that we offer to the customer as an end-to-end, as a connected vehicle solution, and Fibros would be a part of it. Okay, so we have the driver information system connected with the telematics solution and having Fibros for the cloud. So it will be a combination of everything. So if you ask me exclusivity, it is not there, but if you see this kind of connected vehicle solution, whatever we are offering to the market, I think we will be rather very exclusive in whatever solutions we are giving to the customers. Thank you, Mr.
Sir, for the detailed answer.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please limit your question to one per participant. Should have a follow-up question, we request you to rejoin the queue. Our next question is from the line of Piyush Jain, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I want to know in this quarter if we have got any new model order or we have entered into any contract with any new OEM or something. And in addition to this, earlier we used to show this we are doing this battery management system and Fibros or something. So nowadays the presentation are not showing anything on this. So anything is going on this, we are working on this, or the revenue will come into from which time?
I will just re-explain whatever I explained. Like the new product portfolio of Pricol, starting from battery management system, this big telematics solution with Fibros integrated solution. Then we are also doing for EV vehicle new era coolant pumps and oil pumps for battery cooling application. In fact, some of the new products like the battery cooling application, EV coolant pumps already have been launched recently during Q3 with both Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland. And going forward, we expect more and more EV vehicle into the commercial vehicle segment. These products revenue will keep growing. Regarding telematics solution, battery management system, and also on disc brake, I explained that the likely startup production is going to be during Q4 of FY25. And we will see more revenue coming into it during FY26 because it is under POC with the various customers at this point of time. Otherwise, if you ask me about new customers, we have been adding a number of new customers, especially the new age EV players in the Indian market. We have been keep adding customers where we are able to offer off-the-shelf products. We have done a number of off-the-shelf products of driver information system to the new age EVs in the last 2 quarters. And we will continue to offer these solutions to a new set of customers as well for the EV. These new products, whatever I spoke, will start SOP from Q4 of FY25. I hope that I have explained to you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next question is from the line of Monica Arora from Share Giant. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity again. So I wanted to ask 2 questions. One is, what would be the profitability, EBITDA margins, like tentative kind of EBITDA margins for the clusters business, sir?
Profitability for the clusters.
Yes, sir.
Monica, you are seeing the EBITDA margins whatever we have declared, and you would have seen that like 2/3 of our revenue coming from instrument clusters. So that answers your question.
Okay. And so one last thing, who can be your top 5 customers, if you can state top 5?
Sorry, if I understand your question, you wanted to know our top 5 customers, right?
Yeah, correct.
See, primarily as I explained to you that 2/3 of my production is coming from two-wheeler. So naturally the top customers will come from the two-wheeler, starting from TVS Motor, Hero Motorcorp, Bajaj, Royal Enfield, and then Honda Motorcycles. We are working with all of them, Suzuki Motorcycles. All of them are our top-notch customers. And on the commercial vehicle, we have Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, and Volvo Asia. If you ask me, the revenue is in what we produce. That is how we are aligned. One is the market segmentation, and also in terms of revenue, that is the order in which the revenues are there among the top customers. On the off-highway vehicle, again, JCB has got the largest market share, and so is our revenue also with JCB as the largest revenue on the off-highway vehicle.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an elaborate answer.
Our next question is from the line of Karan Gupta from Viridium Capital. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thanks again. So my question is related to the competition, as we have very less presence in passenger vehicle comparatively in our product range. Am I audible?
You're very audible. Can you just be a little slow on your question?
Yeah, so my question is related to the competition part in passenger vehicle, as we have a less presence comparatively in our product range. So in instrument cluster or in e-cockpit as we are entering into, so our major competitor in this segment is Visteon, who is a very large player in India. So what kind of competition you are seeing, or what you have done any competitor analysis in this thing when you are entering into the new e-cockpit segment? Because for a long time Visteon is working in this thing, and the profitability. That's why I asked earlier question about the profit margin or the margin part. So their margin is very less than they are more into the electronics part, entering into the electronics part. So what do you think about this competition with Visteon?
I will not name as just one competitor. There are multiple competitors in this area. Apart from Visteon, many more people are there. It is not the competition which matters. It is the solution, whatever you give it to the customer is very, very important. For example, we started penetrating into the passenger vehicle segment starting from 2020 onwards. And we have done fairly well in terms of our penetration into the PV segment. We have penetrated quite well into Tata Motors and also into PSA in the last 3 years. And we continue to offer innovative solutions, benchmarking with the global standards for the personal passenger vehicle. Yes, it is going to take some time for you to have a rapid penetration like what we have done for the other segments of the market. Since we had a non-compete until 2020 of entering into the personal passenger vehicle for driver information system, but in the last 3 years, I think we have done fairly well in terms of our market penetration into the personal passenger vehicle. And we have been getting opportunities from number of OEMs in the personal passenger vehicle for the driver information system. And as I told you during the beginning of the call, in the e-cockpit solutions also, we are working with a large OEM. Which is going to see the startup production from FY2026. So that's where we stand. So we are not much concerned about the competition in the sense that we have to keep looking at innovative solutions to the customer, so the customer keeps giving us opportunity to grow with them in this space.
How do we differentiate our solution as we I've been seeing we have different solutions are out, providing the solutions differently. How this thing will pan out, the solutions part? Because in passenger cars or maybe in commercial vehicle cars, solutions will be same, but the customers are trying, or what the customer desired is the same solution for every passenger vehicle, or every four wheels, or every commercial vehicle. So what we are differentiating in terms of providing solutions or the desired thing to OEMs?
There are certain unique features that Pricol can offer to the customer, starting from our in-house T&D. Okay, this has been our core strength, and in the previous earning calls, we have been explaining like 4.5% of our revenue is invested in our R&D year on year for the last 5 to 7 years, and this is what is giving us results now. And the flexibility that whatever we offer to the customer because of our in-house R&D is one of the key highlights, which is a differentiating factor to us. Not only that, we have got our own in-house machine building. We do our own lines. We do our own tools. We do our own plastic injection molding in-house. We do our own PCB population. And not only that, we have got exclusive tie-ups with many of the chips manufacturers as long-term contracts with them. So they offer the new generation of ICs to Pricol. So there are multiple differentiating factors which we can offer to the customer as the end solution, which will give definitely a solution differentiation when compared to whatever is offered in the market. Of course, I will admit that yes, it is going to be a difficult task, but we are doing quite well as we speak in the last 2 years in terms of market penetration into the PV segment.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Very helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Khush Nahar from Etrium. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hi, thanks for the opportunity, sir. So I just had one question. What is the update on the acquisition that we were eyeing in the non-auto space?
On the acquisition part, as soon as we are able to get into some kind of concrete thing, I will let you know. It is too early for us to talk about it. As soon as we have some firm information, we will definitely keep you posted on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Bhalchandra Vasant Shinde from Kotak Life. Please go ahead.
Sir, regarding one order, would like to know. One of your peers has said that they have started supplying clusters to Tata Motors. So, what will be the difference? What part we supply, and are we seeing any dip in that revenues over the next 1 to 2 years?
No, not really. As I told you that there are a number of players in this market, and the competition will continue to be there. Why in Tata Motors? Across all customers, there are competition, and we have been growing in our business, though number of competitors are there. As I told you, we keep giving innovative solutions to the customers and keep growing in this segment. So even if there is going to be one competition, I'm sure that with more innovative solutions, whatever we are offering, we'll keep growing with Tata Motors.
Got it. So there is no impact on Tata Motors revenue currently?
Absolutely no. We have been growing with Tata Motors continuously.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Piyush Jain, an individual investor. Please go.
Sir, just want to know any new customer or any new model, something which you have won in this quarter?
Mr. Piyush, you would have seen in my presentation that only in Q3 alone, the last 3 months, we have launched number of driver information system, which is during the presentation which I showed you. Just to repeat, a couple of weeks back, Hero MotoCorp have launched a new range of motorcycles, 125cc Premium Extreme, and also they have launched a 440cc Maverick a couple of weeks back, and we are very proud suppliers of both the instrument clusters for their launches. And with Tata Motors, the new range of EV Punch, which has been launched, we have provided the solution on the driver information system. What I am talking is only just in Q3, what we have done as launches during the last 3 months. And for the IC vehicle of Punch, we have launched a new driver information system with Switch Mobility, which is a EV subsidy of Ashok Leyland. We have launched the driver information system. And as I told you, with Daimler, we have launched a state-of-the-art driver information system for their new range of trucks and buses. And we also have won the Best Technology and Innovation Award from Daimler during Q3.
Okay. Sir, my question was specifically to this, are we in touch with Hero MotoCorp for Harley Davidson 440 or something?
Yes. This thing is based on the Harley Davidson platform. Yes, you're right. So this cluster, whatever has been launched, is based on that platform.
This Maverick 440 is Harley Davidson, same thing, or it's a different model?
It is not actually. Harley Davidson is different. I'm only talking about the Maverick. Both are completely different. To Harley Davidson US, if you ask me, we do export a number of products, a range of products to Harley Davidson.
Okay. And the domestic Bajaj Hero one?
Sorry, can I just have your question repeated?
Yeah, I just want to know, are we supplying for the Hero's Harley Davidson Indian version, or we are in talk with that?
No, we are not supplying to the India Harley Davidson. No.
Okay. Thank you. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I now hand the conference over to management for closing comments.
I will request our CFO to give the closing remarks. Over to our CFO, Mr. Sriram. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the call. This quarter was a good quarter. We performed pretty well and customer support was there. Suppliers were pretty supportive. So we feel Q3, same we are expecting for Q4. Thank you so much for joining us for this call. We can end the call. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. On behalf of Research Bytes Corporate Services Private Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.